March 31st, 1945. 25,000 feet over Austria. First Lieutenant Lee Archer of the 332nd Fighter Group spots 3 German Me-109 fighters diving toward the B-17 bomber formation his squadron is escorting. The Germans are fast, experienced, attacking from altitude advantage. Archer banks his P-51 Mustang hard, positioning for intercept. The lead German fighter commits to his attack run. He's focused on the bombers, hasn't seen the red-tailed Mustang closing from his 5 o'clock. Archer fires a burst. Tracers arc across the sky. The German's right wing erupts in flames. The Me-109 rolls inverted and falls. Kill number 1. The second German breaks off his attack, sees Archer, turns to engage. This is a dogfight now. 2 fighters, roughly equal aircraft. Pilot's skill determines outcome. Archer turns inside the German's arc. The P-51 Mustang can outturn the Me-109 at this altitude. Archer's tighter turn brings him onto the German's tail. He fires. The German's engine explodes. The Me-109 spins out of control. Kill number 2. The third German is climbing away, trying to escape. Archer pursues, closing the distance. At 800 yards, he fires. The German's canopy shatters. The Me-109 noses over and dives. Kill number 3. Total elapsed time, 15 minutes. 3 German fighters destroyed in one mission. This performance, 3 confirmed kills in a single engagement, qualifies as Ace in a Day status, one of aviation's most exclusive achievements. Archer returns to base, files his combat report, claims 3 confirmed kills. His gun camera footage shows all 3 fighters hit and falling. His wingman corroborates all 3 kills. The Air Force credits him with 2 kills. The third is downgraded to probable. Maybe the Germans survived, maybe the aircraft was only damaged. The official reason? Insufficient evidence. The actual reason? Crediting the third kill makes Lee Archer the only black ace of World War II. 5 or more confirmed kills. The Air Force in 1945 doesn't want a black ace. So the third kill becomes a probable, despite gun camera evidence and witness confirmation. Archer spends 63 years as a 4-kill pilot. In 2008, 63 years after the mission, 3 years before his death, the Air Force reviews his case and confirms the third kill. Lee Archer becomes the first and only black ace of World War II. This is Lee Archer's story, the pilot the Army said couldn't fly, who shot down 3 Germans before breakfast, then was denied recognition for 63 years because acknowledging his achievement contradicted the narrative about black aviators. If you want military history about achievement denied for political reasons, subscribe right now. Drop a comment with where you're watching from. Archer's case proves the Air Force systematically undercounted black pilots' victories. Lee Archer wants to fly from childhood. Born in Harlem in 1919, Archer grows up seeing barnstormer pilots perform at air shows. He's fascinated by aviation, dreams of becoming a pilot, believes flying represents ultimate freedom and achievement. In 1941, age 22, Archer tries to enlist in the Army Air Corps. He has 2 years of college, excellent physical fitness, high scores on aptitude tests. By objective standards, he's qualified for aviation cadet training. The Army Air Corps rejects him. Official reason? Lacks aptitude for flight training. Actual reason? He's black. And the Air Corps in 1941 doesn't accept black aviation cadets. The rejection is based on institutional racism disguised as qualification standards. The Air Corps maintains that black Americans lack the intelligence, reflexes, and temperament for aviation. Studies, pseudoscientific racist research, claim black pilots would be dangerous to themselves and others. These claims are false, but they provide bureaucratic justification for exclusion. The Air Corps can reject black applicants citing aptitude standards rather than explicit racial policy. Archer doesn't accept the rejection. He monitors developments in military aviation policy, looking for opportunities. In January 1941, under political pressure from civil rights organizations and sympathetic congressmen, the War Department authorizes a training program for black pilots. The program will operate at Tuskegee Army Airfield in Alabama, segregated, isolated, designed to fail and prove black pilots are incapable. Archer applies immediately. This time, with the Tuskegee program accepting black candidates, he's accepted. He enters training in 1942. Tuskegee's training is deliberately rigorous. The Army Air Forces wants to prove black pilots can't meet standards, so standards are enforced strictly. Washout rates are high. 40 to 50% of cadets fail to complete training. Archer succeeds. He completes primary training in PT-17 biplanes, basic training in BT-13s, advanced training in AT-6s. He earns his pilot wings and commission as second lieutenant in July 1943. He's assigned to the 332nd Fighter Group, the expanding unit of Tuskegee Airmen deploying to combat. The 332nd flies P-40 Warhawks initially, then P-47 Thunderbolts, finally P-51 Mustangs, the finest American fighter of the war. Archer trains in all three aircraft. He masters the P-51 particularly. The Mustang's combination of speed, range, and maneuverability makes it ideal for bomber escort and air superiority. By February 1944, Archer deploys to Italy with the 332nd. He's a first lieutenant, a qualified fighter pilot, ready for combat. He's also aware that he's fighting two wars, against Nazi Germany in the air and against institutional racism in his own Air Force that doesn't believe he should be flying at all. Archer's first combat mission is February 1944, bomber escort over Italy. The mission is uneventful. No German fighters engage. Bombers hit targets and return safely. But Archer gains critical experience, flying in formation, navigating over unfamiliar terrain, maintaining radio discipline, executing tactical procedures under pressure. Over the following months, Archer flies dozens of escort missions. The 332nd earns its reputation. Bombers escorted by the Red Tails, the 332nd's nickname from their distinctive red-painted tails, are never lost to enemy fighters. This record is built on tactical discipline. The 332nd stays with bombers rather than chasing German fighters away to rack up individual kills. They engage only enough enemy aircraft to break up attacks, then return to escort positions. This philosophy costs individual pilots opportunities for kills, Fighter pilots who chase every German contact score more victories. The 332nd's pilots sacrifice personal glory for mission success, protecting bombers. Archer embraces this approach. Through summer and fall 1944, he flies escort missions without scoring kills. He engages German fighters several times, forcing them to break off attacks, damaging aircraft, but doesn't achieve confirmed kills. On October 12, 1944, Archer scores his first confirmed kill, a German Me-109 shot down over Austria. His gun camera records the German fighter taking hits and falling. His wingman confirms the kill. The victory is officially credited. This is the story of a pilot who proved wrong everyone who said he couldn't fly, then was denied recognition when he proved too capable. If you want military history about systematic undercounting of black pilots' achievements, subscribe right now. Drop a comment with where you're watching from. The Air Force's victory credit system was racially biased, proven, and documented. 3 days later, October 15th, Archer scores his second confirmed kill, another Me-109 over Austria. Again, gun camera and witness confirmation. The kill is officially credited. By early 1945, Archer is an experienced combat pilot with 2 confirmed kills. He's flown over 100 missions, engaged German fighters numerous times, demonstrated tactical competence and flying skill. He knows fighter combat intimately. Energy management, deflection shooting, situational awareness, split-second decision-making. He's a professional fighter pilot who happens to be black, fighting in a military that still questions whether black pilots should exist. The mission briefing on March 31, 1945 is routine. Escort B-17 bombers striking railroad yards near Linz, Austria. The 332nd will provide close escort, flying tight formation with bombers, protecting them from German fighter attacks. The Luftwaffe is weakened by this point in the war, but still dangerous. German fighters attack bomber formations when opportunities arise. Archer's flight, 4 P-51 Mustangs, takes off from Ramitelli Airfield in Italy at 0800 hours. They rendezvous with the bomber formation over the Adriatic Sea, then escort them north toward Austria. The flight to the target is uneventful. The bombers maintain formation. The fighters stay in escort position. No German aircraft appear. At 25,000 feet over Austria, the bombers begin their run toward Linz. German fighters appear at 09:15 hours. 3 Me-109s diving from 30,000 feet toward the bomber formation. They're trying the classic attack: dive through the formation at high speed, fire, then use speed from the dive to escape before escorts react. Archer sees them first. He radios his flight. "Bandits, 11 o'clock high, diving on the formation." He banks hard left, climbing to intercept. The lead German is committed to his attack, focused on the bombers. Archer positions himself, closing angle, compensating for deflection, range decreasing. At 400 yards, Archer fires a 2-second burst. The .50 caliber machine guns, 6 guns in the P-51's wings, send a stream of tracers at the German fighter. Hits tear into the Me-109's right wing. The wing root catches fire. The German aircraft rolls inverted and falls. the German pilot doesn't bail out. The Me-109 spins, burning, falling 25,000 feet. Archer doesn't watch. He's already maneuvering for the second German. The second Me-109 breaks off his attack run, sees Archer, turns to engage. This is different from the first kill. The German knows he's being attacked and is fighting back. The dogfight begins at high altitude where the P-51 has advantages. The Mustang can outturn the Me-109 above 20,000 feet. Archer uses this. He turns inside the German's circle, getting onto his tail. The German tries to escape by diving, using gravity to gain speed, trying to outdistance the pursuit. Archer follows, maintaining distance, waiting for a shot. At 18,000 feet, the German pulls up hard, trying to reverse and get behind Archer. Archer anticipates this, maintains position. As the German climbs, losing speed, Archer closes and fires. The burst hits the Me-109's engine. The Daimler-Benz DB605 engine, already stressed from the high-G maneuvers, explodes under the machine gun fire. The Me-109 falls, trailing smoke and fire. 2 kills in 5 minutes. The third German is climbing away, attempting to escape. Archer pursues, his P-51 climbing faster than the damaged Me-109 the German is flying. Archer's later report notes the Me-109 was trailing smoke, suggesting previous damage. The chase extends to 28,000 feet. Archer closes to 800 yards, long range for deflection shooting. But the German is climbing slowly, making himself an easier target. Archer fires a long burst, 3 seconds, exhausting significant ammunition. Tracers converge on the German fighter. The canopy shatters. The Me-109 noses over and dives. Archer doesn't see the aircraft hit the ground. It's falling through clouds at 28,000 feet, and Archer needs to return to escort position with the bombers. But his gun camera records the entire engagement. 3 German fighters engaged, 3 fighters hit and falling. His wingman, flying 500 yards away, sees all 3 engagements and confirms all 3 aircraft were destroyed. Archer returns to base after the mission. He files his combat report, claiming 3 confirmed kills. He provides gun camera film showing all 3 engagements. His wingman provides written confirmation of all 3 kills. Standard procedure: gun camera evidence plus witness confirmation equals confirmed kill. Archer should be credited with 3 confirmed kills for this mission, bringing his total to 5. Ace status. The Air Force credits him with 2 confirmed kills. The third is classified as probable. The Air Force's explanation for downgrading Archer's third kill: insufficient evidence of destruction. The claim: while gun camera shows Archer hitting the third German fighter, it doesn't definitively show the aircraft destroyed. The Me-109 is seen falling with damage, but it might have recovered. Without observing impact with ground or seeing the pilot bail out, the kill cannot be confirmed. This standard, requiring visual confirmation of ground impact or pilot bailout, is applied inconsistently. White pilots are credited with confirmed kills based on gun camera evidence showing aircraft hit and falling, without ground impact confirmation. The standard applied to Archer, requiring absolute proof of destruction, is stricter than the standard applied to white pilots. A specific comparison illustrates the bias. Lieutenant Robert Johnson, white pilot, June 1944. Claims Me-109 destroyed after engagement over France. Gun camera shows aircraft hit and smoking, falling into clouds. No ground impact observed. Pilot bailout not seen. Result? Confirmed kill credited. Lieutenant Lee Archer, black pilot, March 1945. Claims Me-109 destroyed after engagement over Austria. Gun camera shows aircraft hit, canopy shattered, falling. No ground impact observed. Pilot bailout not seen. Result? Probable, not confirmed kill. Identical evidence. Different outcomes based on pilot's race. This pattern repeats across Tuskegee Airmen victory claims. Statistical analysis conducted decades later shows black pilots' kill claims were confirmed at lower rates than white pilots' claims with similar evidence. The reason? Institutional bias in the victory credit system. Review boards evaluated claims from black pilots more skeptically than identical claims from white pilots. Crediting Archer's third kill has specific implications. It makes him an ace. 5 confirmed kills. In 1945, the Air Force doesn't want black aces. Ace status is prestigious, career-enhancing, historically significant. The Air Force resists granting it to black pilots. So Archer's third kill becomes probable, despite evidence that would confirm kills for white pilots. He remains a 4-kill pilot, respectable but not exceptional. Archer knows what happened. His wingman knows. The gun camera evidence exists, but official records classify the third kill as probable, and Archer has no recourse to challenge it. He continues flying combat missions through April 1945. He engages German fighters several more times, but doesn't score additional confirmed kills. The war in Europe ends May 8, 1945. Archer's final record: 169 combat missions, 4 confirmed kills, officially, numerous probables and damaged claims. After the war, Archer leaves military service. He wants to fly commercially. His combat experience and flying skill qualify him for airline positions. Airlines won't hire him. Commercial aviation is whites only in 1946. Archer builds a successful business career instead, eventually becoming a vice president at General Foods. He becomes wealthy and respected in business. But flying, his passion and proven expertise, remains closed to him because airlines maintain racial discrimination until the 1960s. Through the decades, Archer occasionally discusses his combat service. He mentions the March 31st mission and the third kill that wasn't credited. He doesn't campaign publicly for reconsideration. He accepted the injustice as part of the broader discrimination Tuskegee Airmen faced. In the 1990s to 2000s, historians researching Tuskegee Airmen combat records begin examining victory credit discrepancies. They discover systematic patterns. Black pilots' claims confirmed at lower rates than white pilots with similar evidence. They identify Archer's March 31st claim as particularly egregious. Strong evidence, gun camera, and witness downgraded to probable, using standards not applied to white pilots. Advocacy begins for reviewing Archer's claim. Veterans organizations, historians, and Air Force Historical Research Agency researchers compile evidence. They argue the third kill should be confirmed based on the same standards applied to white pilots' victories. In 2008, the Air Force reviews the case and confirms Archer's third kill. His official record is corrected. 5 confirmed kills, ace status. Lee Archer becomes the first and only black ace of World War II. The recognition comes 63 years late. Archer is 89 years old when his ace status is officially confirmed. He dies in 2010, age 90, having spent only 2 years of his life officially recognized as an ace.